Sitting in a comfortable position, allow your eyes to close and the awareness to be on your breath. Nice, calm breathing in and out through your nose. Begin to stretch the neck over to the left. Left hand can guide it into a gentle stretch, and the right arm stretches away onto the ground to deepen the stretch just comfortably. Keeping the breath calm, the gaze relaxed. Stretching over to the other side, neck comes to the right. Right hand can guide it down. Left arm stretches away onto the ground. Slowly coming back to center, rolling into your shoulders, just feeling a loosening into the top body, coming into a tabletop, hands and knees nice and square. Moving into cat and cow, inhaling as you look up, exhaling as you round your back and look under towards the navel. Flowing through this cat and cow at your own breath pace, feeling into the spine and allowing this movement to open up the pieces of your back that may feel a little tense. Transitioning into the hips, swaying them side to side, allowing this movement to open up into the hip area, intuitively feeling into where you can get that relaxation. And then move up into the shoulders, only swaying the shoulders side to side, allowing some movement. Begin to tuck your toes, lift the hips up and back into a downward dog pose. Using this time to maybe pedal your feet, lift the heels, or sway your hips, warming up the body, stretching into the lower body. Ensuring that the weight is not onto the shoulders, but rather there's a bend into the knees and a lift from the tailbone up and away from your center body. Start to walk the feet forward towards your hands into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stretch the arms forward, raise all the way up to standing. Hands come down to your side. Inhale, arms come up above head, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step the feet back into plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward dog and downward dog. Breathing into this downward dog as you bend the knees, step the feet forward to the hands, flat back, arms come down by your side to guide you into a bit deeper of a forward fold. Stretch the arms forward, raise all the way up to standing. Nice and strong stand. Inhale, arms stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, stepping the hands down and the feet back into your plank. Chaturanga, upward dog and downward dog. Step the feet forward to the hands. Halfway lift. Fold and raise all the way up to standing. Inhale, arms come up above head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step the hands down and place the right foot back only. Knee to the ground, untuck the toes and shift your weight back. With your left leg nice and straight, go through the motions of a point and a flex to feel the stretch to the front of your leg. And then slide your feet back into a plank for your vinyasa flow. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Feet walk forward to the hands, halfway lift, fold, Left leg steps back, lower the knee, untuck the toes, shift the weight back. Fold over your extended leg, and then with a nice flat back, feel into the point and flex of your right foot. Hand step forward, plank, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Relaxing the head between the arms and then stepping forward into your forward fold, bending the knees, toes touch. Lower your bottom back into a chair pose. Check the knees are not over the toes and the belly is tucked in to give yourself extra support. Raise all the way to standing. Arms come down to your sides. Hands come back into your center, chair pose. Feel that center balance through your vertical middle line. Lifting the heels up. Maybe you balance onto your toes and lower your bottom down a little bit more. Feeling that fire inside. Feeling the energy creation inside. Lowering the heels back down. Raise to standing. And then fold all the way back down. Taking yourself through that flow again. Plank pose, chaturanga, upward dog, and downward dog. Right leg kicks back. Bring the right foot in between the hands. Raise to a warrior one. Arms stretch up above head as the hips sink low to allow your front hips to open up a bit more. Hands come down to the ground. Vinyasa flow. Plank, chaturanga, upward dog, and downward dog. Left leg kicks back, stretch it back. Bring it in between the hands for a warrior one on the left side. Arms stretch up as your hips sink down. Looking up between your hands for a little crescent movement, stretching into the front belly before you come into your vinyasa flow. Plank, chaturanga, upward dog, and downward dog. Bring yourself back into plank for one more flow or into child's pose, whichever one that you desire and need right now. Back onto the belly. Press your fingertips into the ground, lifting the chest up into a baby cobra variation. Your next breath up, lift the hands with the chest. One more breath, interlace the fingers, lift the chest, look up, pulling the arms back. Switching the interlacing of your fingers to where the opposite thumb is now on top before you lift your chest up. Hands come down by your chest, tuck the toes, lifting yourself up and back, downward dog. Breathing here into that down dog and stepping the feet forward to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Sitting your bottom back into a chair, arms stretch forward, extending the fingertips up and away from you, feeling that pull in both directions, up with the fingertips and down with that tailbone. Raising yourself back up to standing, hands can come down to your side. Breathing here. Inhale the arms up and sit yourself back into chair. Hands can come right into your chest to help you with your balance. Balance yourself over to the right, kicking the left leg up and away. Once your left leg comes back down, shift the weight over so you're kicking the right leg out and away from you. Good, back into your chair pose. Shift the weight to the right, kick the left leg back. High lunge, left leg steps back, both feet parallel, toes facing forward. 3 repetitions here, lowering the knee and raising the knee back up. Just hover the knee close to the ground. Squeeze your thighs together as you raise back up, feeling that strength into your glutes and your core into these poses. Bring your hands into cactus pose to open the arms up into the front. Interlace your fingers, open up, pull the arms back, lift the chest, lift the chin. Breathing here. Release the hands, arms come up above head. Bring them out to a T. Twist yourself over to the right, keeping the core nice and strong inside. Bring your right hand down by the back hamstring, lifting the top hand up ahead. If you'd like to challenge yourself, look up to the top hand. And then windmill the hands down. Left arm is down to the ground. Right arm stretches up above. Twist into your twisted lunge. Hands plant to the ground. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward dog. Hop the feet forward. Toes touch. Halfway lift. And then sit your bottom back into a chair pose once more. Feeling your strength and balance, right leg lifts and step it back into a high lunge onto the right side. Both feet parallel, hips come down slightly, straight into your back leg. Arms stretch up above your body, bring them directly into cactus arms as you lower and raise your back knee towards the ground 3 times, finding that pattern and that pace that fits for you. Arms stretch up ahead, crescent lunge, stretching your body up and back. Hands come out wide. Interlace the fingers, pull the arms back, lift the chest, lift the chin, open into that front body. Bring your arms out into a T, pull the belly in, twist over to the left, stretching the arms out and away, lowering the left hand down by the back leg, arm raises up to the top. Challenge yourself more by gazing up to the top hand. Windmill the hands down, right hand to the ground, a left arm stretches up into your twisted lunge. Lift up and out from your hip. Lift up and out from your shoulder blades. Stepping your feet back, plank pose, chaturanga, upward dog, and downward dog. Breathing here. Shifting yourself into a plank, chaturanga, upward dog, and downward dog. Right leg kicks back. Bring the right foot in between the hands. Raise all the way up into a warrior 1 pose. Arms interlace behind your body. Lifting the chest into a proud warrior, exhaling into your humble warrior. See if you can bring those palms as close together as you can. Bring those shoulder blades as close as you can together. That right shoulder comes close to the right knee, grounding the left hand for a twisted lunge once more, raising the top hand up and away from you. Feel that lift and extension, opening the body into this twist. Hands come down to the ground. Chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Left leg kicks up and away. Bring it in between the hands, warrior 1. On the left side, stretch the arms up. Exhale, the hands come behind, interlace them. Opening the chest, lifting the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Bringing the left shoulder right by the left knee. Bringing those palms together. Right hand comes down to the ground. Twist into your twisted lunge, lifting up the top hand, gazing up to the sky. Come into a side plank. You can come into the modified version with the foot in between your front arm and your back leg, or you can stack or stagger your feet. Find the variation that suits you. Engage the bottom glutes to help lift the hips up and away. Come back into center for your plank pose. Shift over to the other side for your side plank, lifting the top hand up and finding the variation that fits for you on this side. Maybe your right foot comes in between the leg and the grounded hand. Coming back into center, plant your hands. Plant your feet into a front plank. Chaturanga down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift for an upward dog. Feel that stretch to your front chest. Tuck your toes. And then bring yourself down onto your forearms. Forearms and elbows, dolphin pose. The feet walk in just like a downward dog, lifting the tail up and away from you. If you'd like to challenge yourself, come into the yogi push-ups. The chin comes in front of the hands, and then you raise yourself up and behind so that your forehead comes behind near those elbows. Left leg kicks back for a 3-legged dolphin, balancing here on your core strength, lowering the left foot and raising the right leg up and away. Lower your knees nice and wide for a child's pose. Toes touch, arms stretch out in front of you. Find this resting pose however it suits your body right now. Breathing here, nice and relaxed. Then take your hands, plant the hands into the ground, lifting yourself up and back, downward dog. Right leg kicks back. Bring the right foot in between the hands. Open yourself up into a warrior 2 pose. Stretching the arms out, reach forward. Bring the forearm to your thigh, extended side angle A. Top arm stretches up and over. Bring yourself back into warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. Right hand stretches forward, reach forward, bringing your forearm down to your thigh, or if you're ready, come down towards a block, or the hand grazes the ground for an extended angle B. Warrior 2, straighten the leg into a triangle pose. First, stretch forward, reach forward. Feel that stretch coming down with your bottom hand towards the shin or the knee. Top hand raises up above. See if you can bring yourself into a nice straight line. Back to center. And allow those hips to relax. Just loosen up the hips. Whatever little movement feels good to you to loosen the hips up before you bring yourself into the warrior 2 and open for the reverse warrior. Just check your knee and your toes are both facing forward, and then straighten your leg into a nice reverse triangle. Coming back to center, toes touch forward and outer edges are nice and straight. Hands come behind your back, pushing your hips forward gently, leaning your back backwards, looking up towards the sky. Just get a nice breath as you open up into your front body. Coming back to center, hinging at the hips, coming forward, hands plant down to the ground into a wide-legged forward fold. Hands support you onto the ground, otherwise bring a block if necessary. Allow the head to hang heavy, the neck relaxes, and as you breathe here, extend into this fold a little bit more. Once you're ready, shift gently into the left and right side by bending one at a time the left and the right knee. Side to side, eventually you will come over to the left side into a ninja lunge. Allow the hands to support you as you flex the top toes towards your body, getting a nice stretch to the bottom of your right leg. Being as low as possible, ninja lunge over to the other side. Breathing into that nice leg stretch. Coming back to center, hands support you as you come up. Ground the right hand to the ground, lifting the left arm up for a twisted angle here. Back to center, other side, left hand to the ground, lifting the right arm up. Bringing yourself back to center, hands to the waist, engage your core, or stretch your arms forward for an extra challenge, lifting yourself all the way back up to standing. Hands to your waist, and let's just easily move over to the other side for our warrior 2. Right toes face to the right, and your left toes face forward as they are. Bending into the knee, lowering the hips, arms stretch out, warrior 2. Find your nice strong arms actively engaging. Bend the elbow of the right hand, lift into your extended side angle A. Coming back into center, flip your palm, reverse the warrior, stretching up and back. Straightening your right leg, reverse angle. Coming back into center, warrior 2, stretch forward, either bringing yourself into extended side angle A or B with the forearm to the thigh or your hand touching the block or the ground, opening yourself up into the side. Feel yourself extending and lifting from that side body. Reverse your warrior, stretching your hand up and back, and then straighten your leg for a nice open stretch onto that side. Coming back into center, triangle pose. First stretch forward, keep stretching forward, come down to your shin or to your knee. Back to center, the hands come to your waist. Take your toes out and your heels in. Hands come to the waist, lower the hips down to the ground, knees go outwards in the direction of your toes. Find a challenging posture for your hands to open up into the chest. Maybe your hands come behind the head into cactus arms, or find the hands to the back behind you. If you'd like to challenge yourself, lift one heel at a time, or maybe come and lift both heels, balancing onto your toes. Make sure that you're nice and stable so you have the safety element of this practice. Coming back into center, hands come to your waist. Moving your toes so they point towards the front, extending your spine forward into a pyramid pose. Hands come behind to the lower back to ensure your hips are nice and square. Both legs are straight as you fold over the front leg. The stretch should be into your hamstring or somewhere into the back of your leg, folding only as much as you're able to keep your back straight and until you feel that nice little stretch to your back. Coming back up, switching legs to the other side. Both hip bones are pointing forward as you extend forward. Bring the hands to the back, keeping that chest open, but folding yourself, folding and extending over that front and extended leg. Raise yourself back up to the top, stepping your feet together, standing at the top of your mat and just taking a breath for yourself. Right leg steps back into a high lunge. Get this time for you to stabilize yourself. Inhale the arms up. Feel yourself nice and stable into that left leg. Extend your arms forward, coming into a warrior 3. Taking your time with these steps as you extend your arms forward and you kick your foot backwards. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Keep kicking backwards, reaching forward. Get the opposite actions of both limbs. Slowly take your hands down to the ground, framing the front foot and raising your back leg up and back. Standing split here. Take your time as you plant the hands, step the feet back, go through a vinyasa flow. If you need to take a child's pose at any point, feel free to as well. We'll meet back into downward dog. Right leg steps back, bring it in between the hands. Raise yourself up into a high lunge. Stretch your arms forward and begin to shift your weight into the front leg, kicking your left leg back and away, reaching the arms forward, keeping that extended action. Pull the navel in towards the spine, and then release the hands down to the ground into your standing split. Start to use your right hand to support you. If you'd like to go deeper, balancing on your right leg and your right arm, take the left arm up and above, opening up into a half moon pose. Feel the lift from the bottom glute, from that bottom hip area. Feel the lift from your shoulders, opening up, lifting up, coming back to center, stepping yourself back into plank, chaturanga, upward dog or baby cobra, tucking the toes, downward dog. Left leg comes in between the hands. Raise to your standing split. Find your balance here, balancing into the left arm, and maybe you open up into a half moon on this side. Feel the groundingness of your left side body before you lift the right arm up, lifting it up, kicking through your back leg. Allow the core to keep you nice and stable. Coming back to center, stepping the feet back into your plank. Raising into the down dog, maybe swaying the hips, getting yourself nice and open into those hips areas, coming up onto your toes, and then lowering the knees down. Sitting onto your feet, interlace the hands behind, open up the chest, lift the chin. Release the hands here. Roll your shoulders. Allow yourself to feel into the body, making any slight movements that help loosen yourself up, moving things around. And then begin to bring yourself onto your bottom, flat onto the mat, legs extended in front of you. Right foot crosses over, hug it into your body, stretching yourself up, twisting over to the right. That hook from your left elbow to your right thigh will help you twist here. As you inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, twist, looking over the right shoulder. Coming back to center, hugging your leg in, and start to find some movement into your hip. You can hold your foot. You can basket under your shin or your calf, and then place the right foot to your inner thigh. Grow tall and extend over your extended left leg. Get a forward fold here. Raising all the way back up, extend both legs. Bring the left leg in, cross it over the right. Grow tall. Hook your right elbow to your left outer thigh. Twist over your left shoulder. Back to center, holding the left leg, opening up the hip, feeling into the movement that allows that hip to open up just a little bit more. Placing the left foot to the inner thigh, framing the front leg, and extending into a fold over the right leg. Coming back up to the top, extend the feet out in front of you. And then we'll come down onto our back, either through an active or a passive way. If you'd like to support yourself, the hands just come by your side to guide you back down onto the back. Bridge pose, the feet come in by your body, and first windshield wiper your knees left and right to release your back. And then once the feet come back into center, lift the hips up towards the sky. To challenge yourself, kick your right leg out and away while your hips stay lifted. Lower your right foot and raise the left leg up, kicking it out and away, lifting the hips up, keeping that nice strong core. Lowering the left foot to the ground, hips lower down to the ground, feet extend all the way out. Right foot crosses over the left ankle. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Banana pose, bring your body over to the left, stretching into the side body, leaning up and over to the left to get a nice stretch. Come back to center, switch legs, left ankle on top of the right. Grab the left wrist with your right hand and stretch over to your right. Coming back to center. Feeling your body here. Just checking in. Maybe you stretch forward, reaching away from you, pointing your toes, and then hugging your knees into your body. Roll over to your side, bring yourself up to seated. Take this moment to smile, to feel the breeze, honoring your practice, sending yourself love and gratitude. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.